Welcome to Afrikaans, the easy, simple and interesting way. I am Mrs Coetzee and today I'm going to teach you all about verbuiging. Verbuiging is when we ask you to give the correct form of the word in brackets, mostly the adjective. Please remember to subscribe, like and share, and let's do this. Okay, now verbuiging in Afrikaans is actually when we give you a word in brackets and we ask you to give the correct form of that word. It can be very tricky, but just follow my instructions and you will see it's really very simple. Okay, now a byvoeglike naamwoord, you need to understand your words. A selfstandige naamwoord is a word that can stand alone. So that is a noun in English. Now the adjective is usually the word that tells you more about the noun, and in Afrikaans we call it by. We add it. It's something you add to the noun, to the selfstandige naamwoord, to tell you more about that noun. That is byvoeglike naamwoord. So the two terms, selfstandige naamwoord, your noun, and byvoeglike naamwoord, the adjective. So today we're mainly going to focus on the correct form of the adjective in brackets. This is the question that you will always get. We'll give you a sentence and inside the sentence will be a word and we will say, gee die regte vorm van die woord in hakkies. Give the correct form of the word in brackets. Now all you basically do is either you're going to add a E or a TE, but that is when there's no comparison being made in your sentence. So whenever you are stuck and you don't know what to do with a word in brackets, trust me, you just add a E or a TE. So let me show you the comparison words. Okay, let's have a look at the different variations of a word in brackets. Now, whenever in your sentence you find a us, in most cases it's the us. When you find a us, a al or a who, that word in brackets needs to go to second degree of comparison. They do not tell you in the upper school grade 10, 11 and 12 what step they want. They just say give the correct form of the word in brackets and you've got to work it out. And we call this in Afrikaans markers, markers. You look for a us. I told you this one is the main one. If it's in your sentence, look at the example there. Any place in your sentence, the moment you see a us, that bracketed word like hart there will go to the second degree. And you must know your second degree will end on ER, TER or DER. Now let's look at a D in front of a bracket. You've got two options there. Whenever you have a D or a in front of a bracket, that will be straight in front, not any other place in your sentence. Then you need to look at the sentence. Look at that sentence here. Die hartvloer is koud. So when there's no comparison, remember I told you when there's no comparison, you add a E or a TE. It's as simple as that. Right, so let's have a look at the examples. Let's look at the green part here. I'm just saying the floor is very hard. I'm not comparing this floor to other floors. So you just add an E or a TE. Let's look at the next one. I say that you have learned the correct word. I do not compare this work that you've learned to any other work that you've learned before. So you just add an E or a TE. In this case, it is a TE. You will know which one sounds best. If I say that I like a soft bed, I'm not comparing my bed to yours or to any other bed. Then you add a E or a TE. And in this case, you can see the T sounds much better. So you need to understand when there's a D and a in front of a bracket and there's no comparison in your sentence, you just add, as I said, a E or a TE. And if you don't know what to do, whatsoever what to do, then you add also a E or a TE. Let's look at the purple parts. Now the purple and the blue parts is there. When you have a D or a in front of a bracket, it's mostly a D. Then and there is a comparison being made in the sentence. You compare something in that sentence, like, jy slaap op die sag bed in die huis. You are sleeping on the softest bed in the house. You compare that bed to other beds, and then it's the third degree of comparison. So if there's no comparison, you add a E or a TE. If there's a D with a comparison, you simply just do the third degree of comparison and by adding a STE. And it's as simple as that. I want you to also look at heel. You don't get it often, but whenever you get the heel in front of a bracket, it's also third degree. Heel will mean in English the most, so it is the third degree. So look at the example. Ek het die heel. I bought the most expensive bed. You see the heel there? It means most. So there you go, and you know in English most is also third degree, but don't worry too much about the heel as long as you know the first three columns. But then, as always, you find your exceptions. How do you learn this? You need to close the right-hand side, look at the word on the left-hand side, and you must be able to change it. I cannot give you rules for those. They are exceptions. I'll quickly run through the English. This is good. This is dear, old, cold, gold, sly, devious, wide, dead, empty, broad or wide, young, tall, cross, and new. So when you change them in a bracket, they go to this column. You just need to learn it. You can't say dit is 'n goed boek. Dit is 'n goeie boek. Dit is 'n jonk kind. We always give it in a sentence. That is 'n jong kind. Please learn these exceptions very well. And if you learn that and you look at this slide where you see the first column, the second one, and the third one, those rows there, then you will be fine. And if you are stuck, you just add E or TE. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you soon again. Let's shift our learning.